This week, I'm going to show you how to watermark your images with Adobe Lightroom. Hi there everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Brendan Diver, and if this is your first time here, I'll be creating videos every week on all things photography related. If you'd like to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel and click on the bell notification icon, you won't miss any videos in the future. This week, I'm going to show you how to use Adobe Lightroom to watermark your images. So stay tuned to the very end of this video, and I'm going to show you two different methods for putting a watermark on your images. If there's any videos that you would like to see in the future, please let me know in the comment section below of these videos, and I'll try and get that video created for you. So here you can see I've got some images already preloaded into Lightroom. So I'm going to show you how we actually put a watermark on these images. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click up here at the very, very top where it says Library. I'm going to go over to the left hand side where it says Export. And I've already decided where I'm going to save these images to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here to scroll on down where it says Watermark. I'm going to make sure there's a check put in the little box. I'm going to click on Simple Copyright Watermark. Then I'm going to click on Edit Watermarks. Now you see here it's already put in a very, very simple basic watermark. So what I'm going to do is on this text section below, I'm going to delete this text and I'm going to put in my own piece of text. So you can see I've got the text there, but it's not in the right place for me. So if I go over to the right hand side, you see here where it says Anchor at the very bottom of this section. Gives me 9 different squares. So if I click on each of these little circles, if you like, you'll see it'll actually show me where I can reposition the watermark. Now personally, I prefer to have the watermark in the bottom right hand corner, but I just find that it's just a little bit too tight, a little bit too close to the bottom here. So if we go over to this next section here where it says Horizontal, I can adjust the horizontal position where I want the watermark to be. I can also adjust the vertical position. So I always like to have it just a little bit away from the edge. Now, we can also change the size of the watermark as well by scrolling on this size option here where it says Proportional. So for now, I'm going to leave it to the size here about 12. Again, I just think it's a little bit too much in your face, this watermark, so I'm going to bring down the opacity a little bit, so it's not as obvious. So see that now, I've brought it down to about 51. If I just exaggerate it the other way, it disappears. Bring it all the way over, it's very, very strong. So I like the watermark to be there to let people know who created the image, but I don't like it to take away from the image, if that makes sense. So just bring down the opacity to 62. And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to click on Save. It's going to ask me to give this a name. So I'm just going to give this a new watermark name. Click then on Text. And if I click on Export now, what will happen, you can see up at the top here, it's just exported that image for me. Now, if I go to where I've actually saved this image, you'll actually see it's created an image with the watermark at the bottom right hand corner here. So it's really, really and simple to use. Now, I'm going to show you a second option that you can do. Just going to pick a different image here, say for example, this one here of an old Celtic cross. That's very, very nearby where I live. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Export again. I'm going to just give this a slightly different name. And where it says Watermark, YouTube Watermark Text, I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to click on Edit Watermarks. Now this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away the text. And I'm going to go up to the top here and I'm going to click on an image option. So I'm going to click on Choose. And I've already got a logo that I use for watermarks. So I'm going to point it to this logo, click on choose. Now down here in the very bottom right hand corner, it's very hard to see it, but if I just scale it up here by going to watermark effects, size and proportional, I can resize it. Now again, I can decide where on the image I want this watermark to appear by clicking on these little dots, these 9 dots on the right hand side. So again, personally, I just like to have it on the bottom right hand corner. I'm going to click on the vertical position and horizontal. And again, if I go up to opacity, I can adjust how strong or opaque this watermark is going to be. So I'm going to put down to about 50%. Click on save. It's going to ask me to give it a new name. So I'm going to call it YouTube. Just going to call it YouTube logo. Click on create. And then I'm going to click on export. And you see at the top it's exporting this image with the new watermark. So if I go then to the new file that I've exported, you'll see here in the bottom right hand corner where the watermark is. Now, just going to show you if I wanted to watermark a series of images all at the one time, I can click on the very first image down here in the timeline, hold on the control button and the letter A. This will select all my images. Click on export. Then click on make sure that I've got whichever logo or watermark that I want. You can have a whole series of different ones. And then click on export. At the top here you'll see exporting 5 files. Just take a few moments for this to happen. If I go down into the folder where I've actually created these images, and you'll see as I scroll through on the right bottom hand corner, all the images that I've exported have got the new watermark put in here. So it's a very, very simple, easy way of watermarking your images. So that's how you watermark your images in Adobe Lightroom. So we've come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you found it useful, and if there's any videos that you would like to see in the future, let me know in the comment section below. And if you give this video a little like and subscribe, I'd really, really appreciate it. See you again soon.